Well, here we have a lightweight contest scheduled for 6 rounds. Mario Portillo, who wears the red with white, in against Elison Suci, the 21-year-old from Albania. This is his 4th professional contest, 3 wins to date, 1 inside the distance. His Mexican opponent is an 8-4 on the record, but he has beaten a couple of prospects in his last 3 fights. Is dangerous. Just got a right hand there from Suci in the opening stages, who's setting a quite frantic pace. A man who started life in the UK, left for Albania. He's come back to learn his trade. And again, this is some pace, Anthony, to start things off.
This is a relentless pace from Suci that he's set up. Fast feet, lateral movement. He's landed a few good right hands. You just got to be careful though, he doesn't walk onto anything from Portillo. Left hook just missed there. He shoots the right hand over. But yeah, no, it started so fast. But like you said, Portillo is definitely capable. He's got a few good wins on his record. But no, he's, I've said this earlier on in the card, at this pace certainly can't continue for the 6 rounds. He's just got to keep the head moving, Suci, and that's what the corner's asking for. The long levers of Portillo.
Yeah, he is a tall, rangy fighter, the Mexican. Sweet boy, as Suci, who wears the white and purple, is known. And he's appeared on Block 1 shows before. He's a really engaging character as well. And if you get the support of the Albanians at home and overseas, you're onto something, aren't you?
We've seen it, I think, with some of the atmospheres we've seen recently from Albanian fans, obviously most notably Florian Marcu. They create a special atmosphere. That's lovely movement there from the inside of Suci. Now we probably just want to see him put something on the end of that make him miss, make him pay, but that was lovely, lovely movement there from Suci. But the nose blooded of Suci. Portillo, you know, he is having little bits of success. We can't forget that. There's a lot of pressure coming from Suci, but actual, you know, shots landed. There's not loads coming over. Good left hook there though from Suci. But Portillo being made to work very, very hard.
Yep. It's been non-stop pressure. A little blood smearing down the face, though, of Suci.
He's just got to be careful, though, Suci. Look, get caught again there. There's actual shots landed. It'd be interesting to see what Nick thinks as well, Dom. There's not much in it. Shots landed. Listen, he's made Portillo work so hard, but he did clip a few shots, take a few shots then.
I think this has started brilliant. This is, you can see how Portillo's come over here to the UK, got himself 3 wins on the bounce. Because he's tall, he's rangy, he knows what he's doing. He may be boxing in a pair of school socks, Scroll, but he's capable inside that ring. They're definitely school socks, them, aren't they? They're definitely
they
great.
Absolutely are, your great school socks. I put some on my son this morning.
And Suci, for me, has come out like a bull in a china shop. He's come out like someone that in his last fight won by first round knockout and has still got the smell in his nostrils and feels like he can do that to everybody. The corner just needs to settle him down a little bit there, because his over-eagerness meant that Portillo was allowed to catch him, and he's got big long arms, this Mexican, and if he catches him too many times, Suci's going to feel it.
I think there's 1 or 2 shots that registered then. I think obviously the nose has been clean now, but it certainly blooded the nose of Suci, and it's be interesting. I'd just like to see him miss, and so he's got a very good corner team there. If you make him miss, make him pay, and that's what he's got to do. You can't just make him miss, and make him miss again. Just make him miss, make him pay. Just like that, almost. The right hand was a very good right hand. He's just got to be a little bit careful when he's switching. He doesn't get caught square on. He'll be looking for the shots up the middle like that. But this is a better start from the round from Suci.
He does look like a wily campaigner, Portillo, doesn't he? He's shooting back as well when he's going to continue the pressure from Suci.
What's Suci just done there, Dom? For the first time I saw him jab downstairs, and I think he's long, Portillo. Don't keep going for the head. Let him see it hit that body a little bit more.
got a little caught by a little chopping left hook, a right hook, I should say, from Portillo, just on the way in there. There's real eagerness about his work, isn't there?
He is, but he just needs to relax a little bit, Suci. But I think, listen, he's having a little bit of a better round here now. The nose is back-blooded. But then, now let's see you go back down step. That's better work, much better work from Suci. The right hand chopped over after it. I'd just like to see him target the body a little bit more. But he's working at a high pace. He's working at a very high pace. And both fighters will feel this. Suci corner asking him to start with the jab, which seems sound advice. I'm not sure Suki's listened to that or can hear him, but again, a very high tempo round. Josh Burnham in the corner there. He's working with a fighter who's just down the road tomorrow night, and some of his fantastic wins he's had in Baluta, who fights Liverpool's Brad Strand tomorrow night. Very good, very, very good coach is Josh.
Well, the pace has dropped a little bit, as it had to. But it's still front foot aggression from Suci.
All that aggression's just getting him inside those long levers of Portillo, and Portillo, being a typical Mexican, is trying to swing with big, heavy hooks. Needs to straighten his shots up a little bit, maybe throw an uppercut, catch Suci on his way in on the inside. But at the moment, I think Portillo's feeling the pace, to be honest with you. In that round, we really did see a big drop-off in his output. He's in the corner now, really sucking in, gulping in the air. He's feeling the pace here. He needs a big round in this round 3 if he's hoping to get anything out of this fight, because right now, even though Suki's the one with the bloody nose, he's the one in the corner, eyes wide open, listening to his trainer, sucking it all in, being ready for this next round. I like what I see from Suci, Troll.
He's exciting. He's very exciting, and I think if he can get that Albanian following, there's going to be some very good nights with him. I think, like I said, I'd just like to see him hit the body a little bit more, not to be headhunting too much. But I mentioned it a few times tonight. It's a very well-matched fight, this. He's got caught then, though. He got caught, and that's what he's got to be careful when he's switching southpaw, not to go too square, not to square up too much. Portillo landed a good backhand there at the start of the round.
This level opponent is exactly what we were talking about earlier with Hakeem Palmer.
Yeah.
You know, an opponent that's going to come and give you something, that's going to try and show ambition to win something, which will open opportunities for you. It's a great bit of matchmaking, and Suci, this is only his 4th fight.
Yeah, it's no, it is fantastic. Matchmaking, good up and down. That was better from Suci. But I know Portillo's capable. He's a good opponent.
And Mark Lyson just warning about the heads to the Mexican. He's still all action though, isn't he, Suci? That's just the way he's going to be.
He's non-stop, and listen, this round has just been clipped a little bit too often from straight arrows from Portillo. I'm unsure about him switching to southpaw so much, because I think when he does, he's a little bit square on, and he's just getting hit a little bit too often. Listen, he's still forcing the pace, but he's been clipped a few times here, and I'm sure Josh won't be too happy about that. And I think now's the time when you want to see him go good body shot there from Suci. He's gone southpaw again, and he gets clipped with the right hand. I just think, for me, just stay orthodox. You're having more success from the orthodox stance, and you're better defensively from the orthodox stance.
quite slappy at times, some of the attacks from Portillo.
So yeah, you'd like to see him turn the knuckle over a little bit. But there now, and he's just don't smother your work too much, Suci. And he's there, he's southpaw now. Then when he does, he lets the straight arrows go to Portillo, and he has success. I think it's like him just keep chopping away. He's brought his left hook in nice though this round, especially downstairs. Like that much better with levels with the jab. Don't keep going for the head. Yeah, lower your sights, hit that body. Don't overshoot your shots like that.
But it was still Suci going forward, still the blooded face of him. In control, but Portillo always a threat.
I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying this matchup. I think it shows ambition from the Suci corner, from his trainer team, from his management team, that they put him in with a guy with a winning record, or certainly a winning record coming into this fight. Confident fighter, Portillo. You could see that early on. He's had to take that away from him a little bit, but he's still very much a live fighter. But what I like about Suci is the work rate hasn't dropped off. You know, from the very first bell, he's been right on it. And you can see he's got that fighting style, an attractive, made-for-TV fighting style. I'm sure people watching at home are thinking, yeah, I like this guy. Next time he's on a show, I'm going to tune in to watch.
Oh, he certainly brings the excitement. That's true. You can see he's up at his corner. He just wants to go straight back to work all over again. But no, these are the kind of fights, what I've seen it. These are the kind of fights where, you know, put a prospect in, you know, let's find out if he can fight. It's not too much too soon, but it's certainly a fight where he's getting asked questions. And listen, he's forcing the pace. I think he's winning the rounds, but he's certainly not having it his own way, Dom.
Well, he said his style of fighting, when asked, was all about controlled aggression. Well, you can see certainly the aggression, and most of it is controlled. Didn't enjoy the amateurs too much. He wants this game. This is what he's all about. He said he wants to be a 12-round fighter. And
looking at his style, I can imagine he didn't enjoy the amateurs too much.
He said it was too messy.
Yeah. There's the head movement. He just wants to get in there, and you just get the feeling watching him. He just loves to fight.
Yeah.
You can see that.
One of those weird kids that turns up early for sparring. You know, on sparring day when everyone's hiding in the changing rooms, he's the kid that's out in the ring first.
Out.
Yeah, bring me the heavyweight.
Good movement and good work in between that. Again, just one of my only criticisms with Suci is I'm just not liking him from the southpaw stance. I just think he leaves himself wide open to shots down the middle, and which has happened a little bit too often. But I do think, what I do think about him as well, there's a lot of improvement in him, and I think under Josh he'll certainly get that.
Good shot to the body. I suppose he's got to watch himself in terms of the frustration element. If he feels that all the work he's putting in and Portillo's soaking it up and just staying there, he's got to just not lose the head. Good stabs to the body from Suci.
I think that's it. I think Suci's better when he targets the body that little bit more, gets behind his jab. I know the corner's been asking for that, but I think when he targets the body a little bit, just varies his attacks, varies at the height of his attacks, I think it's better from him. And now he's got to go. Oh, look, he just doesn't give you a second's rest there. He hasn't had night's work for anyone.
Don't remember as well, he's only 21.
Is that maybe he's going to be in some tough fights? Tongues go out to the camera there. I think we've mentioned it, he just loves to fight.
Well, his favourite fighter, Tank Davis.
Maybe that's where maybe that's where the southpaw stance is coming from. I'd prefer him not to do that. I'm not sure what Josh's opinion in the corner is, but yeah, you can see that with Tank Davis.
I think with Portillo now, the corner, he just looks a little bit dishevelled in his corner now for the first time. I think he's realising that this definitely isn't going to be his night. I think the pressure of Suci, he just can't keep him off, can he? He's like a rash, and every time he seems to use his big long footwork to get out the way and use his frame to get out the way, Suci just rolls after him. He's a southpaw orthodox, it doesn't matter. He's jabbing with both hands, he's throwing hooks with both hands. As you say, Carl, he's an absolute nightmare, this kid, for anybody. And it's just, again, I just want to say, commend the management team, commend the corner. 21 years of age, take on a winning Mexican with a 23-year-old Mexican, by the way. There's a lot of fight left in Portillo as well. This is a great bit of matchmaking, this on the card.
So Sweet Boy jumps out of the corner, still as eager as he was at the first bell. Still trying to push Portillo back. The man from Albania. And against the Mexican here in Liverpool. Decent when he does work off the jab as well, Suci, but again, he just likes to rough and tumble, really, doesn't he? He likes to get in there as close as he can, but he can, again, good jab to the body. He's got all the fundamentals.
He has, no, and do you know what I do feel as well, as it's gone on in this fight, whether it's due to him tiring out Portillo a little bit, I feel like he's got a bit better as the fight's gone on. So it sounds like he's listening to his corner. Nick mentioned at the end of that last round, I think now for the Portillo, I think he's just resigned a little bit, like, I'm finding this tough here. He's still firing back, but he's not having as much success.
I think it's a step up in class of opponent as well with this fella Suci, whereas, yes, he has beaten prospects, but I don't think they're at the level that Suci probably is now, and certainly intends to get.
One of my only worries with Suci is he does get clipped, and as it goes up in the levels, that'll have to get tightened up a little bit, because you won't be able to take that many shots with someone that's carrying power. I'm not saying it, Portillo done it hard enough, because I think he'd probably certainly hit respectable. But yeah, he's just got to be a little bit careful with that.
He started off with a 6-rounder, Suci, his debut. I think everything about him suggests that he doesn't want it too easy. He wants to get in there, have the challenges. Starts with a 6-rounder. His last fight was a 6-rounder, but he only went one round because he stopped Stefan Nikolai, that back in Dubai on block 1.
There's a nice little mix-up there where he touched up top and then hit the left up to the body in. I know, Dom, I get that feeling. The only thing is as well, he'll have good people around him. I get the feeling, I might be wrong, where Suci will get, he'll want another step up. No, bring him along at the right pace. Don't rush him, because he just looks like the kind of fight rude. He'd fight at whichever level you put him in tomorrow. Just got to be careful there. Backhand got dropped over. But it's, no, good learning fight for him tonight.
Yeah, just a reference that Hakeem Partman matchmaking again from earlier. It's just like Hakeem's ready for this type of step up, whereas Suci's here now. Okay, it was a great move, and he's going to come through. He's going to win tonight, all being well in this final round. But this is it now. You don't keep stepping him. Don't keep going through the levels, Carl. You're absolutely right. You know, he needs time to develop. He is only 21 years of age.
You get what I mean? Just watching how he fights, how he speaks, you think, I'll move up again. No, and I think Stephen Vaughan, the people in his corner, Josh, they're the kind of people that go, no, just keep the reins on you, not just yet, you're a baby.
Yeah. But if you get him out and about as well, get up and down the country, get him on the zone, get him on TV. He's got a made-for-TV style. So never mind the Albanian fans, all British fans, I think will watch him and go, I'd love to see him fight again. He brings it. Straight in, look, as soon as they touch gloves.
Yeah, I think he could do a few more, If you give him the opportunity, I think he'd stay in.
He's in very good condition to set the pace he has and to keep coming the way he has and to be non-stop for 6 rounds. It's tough against, and listen, let's say that again, he's a decent opponent. Good shots.
Good work to the body again. He's sinking them in. I think Portillo's going to take pretty much everything coming his way tonight, though, as well. Very tough operator. There has been noticeably less ambition the last couple of rounds from Portillo. How are you scoring this, Anthony, by the way?
I've give everything to Suci. I think the first round, I wouldn't be surprised. That was a close round. I wouldn't be surprised if Matt Lyson either scored it even, or I wouldn't even go as far as to say the other way, because he did get hit too often in the first round. But I think that first round took quite a bit out of Portillo, where he was made to work very hard. Yourself, Dom, have you got it similar?
I don't think there's any doubt he'll have the arm raised. I think it's been Mr. Controlled Aggression who has controlled matters, no doubt about it. And as the fighters wore on, I think he's kind of, as you said before, he's a nightmare for anyone to fight. He's going to wear people down. I think that's going to be a signature of him, really.
I think you got to remember Portillo is very tough, very game, and this would have worn down a lot of lesser opponents, and even opponents at the same level who aren't quite as tough as Portillo. Might be every bit as good as him offensively, but he's a very tough man. I think what's made the difference for me, for Suci, is once he started hitting the body, it's been a little bit different and a little bit easier for him. But early on, he was probably a little bit guilty of headhunting. When he started hitting downstairs, using his jab a little bit more, it's become a little bit of an easier night for him.
Well, Josh Burnham calling for a strong last minute. And the minute is slipping away. And Portillo just happy to hang on a bit here as well now. Hear that final bell. And can there be a final flurry from Suci? Can he end the show with aplomb? Just lets those hands go, does land the right hand, all smiles in there at the end of a really good 6 rounds for Elison Suci, the man from Albania, who takes a bow, and why not?
I enjoyed that. When we seen the card tonight, when it was matched up, I was thinking, that's an unusual one, you know, an Albanian based in the UK, right in the middle of the TV card, what's that? And now I know why, now I understand. I apologise to the matchmaker, I apologise to whoever put the card together. They put that one right in the middle because they knew that one was going to deliver, and it did. I thought that was 6 really entertaining rounds. Portillo deserves a big pat on the back. He came to win. He got in that ring tonight thinking he was going to win, and it took the aggression of Suci throughout the fight to eventually just force him to take a backward step and to come to the conclusion himself, you know what, it's not my night, I'm going to just try and get to the final bell.
For both of our boxers. After 6 rounds, we go to our referee, Mark Lyson's scorecard, which reads 59 points to 55 in favour of your winner, Elison Suci.